Big news today, and that, of course, is Senator Warren and the CFTC have taken a massive loss in relationship to prediction markets. We'll break it all down for you guys. You don't want to miss it. My name is Paul Barron. Welcome back into Tech Path. I do want to thank our sponsor today, and that is iTrust Capital. If you're looking at long-term, holding of crypto and you want to put it in an IRA, this is one of the places you can trust. And all you have to do is visit itrustcapital.com, and you can do crypto, silver, gold, as well as a lot of altcoins over there. So just check it out. Whether you have an existing IRA or you want to start a brand new one, always consult with your own tax people out there to make sure it's a good fit for you. But use our code down below. You're going to get a $100 funding reward if you decide to go that direction. All right, so the news today is really getting around something that was put out some time ago, and this was a letter that came over from Senator Warren and many of her compadres in the anti-crypto army. And the idea is just to simply ban prediction markets. Now, prediction markets, many of you guys will know, Polymarket, the #1 project out there. If you look at just the growth of what Polymarket has been able to do in the short time, Polymarket volume, the users continuing to grow, this is going to become a major part, I think, of society. And of course, right here is Polymarket. If you guys don't know what Polymarket is, it is a prediction market that you can go out and bet on all sorts of scenarios, whether it's sports, business, science, pop culture, you name it. This is examples right here with the presidential election and who is the potential there. But you'll notice right here, almost 900 million now active on the bet. Let me kind of zoom in on that right there. 900 million on the bet right now as of for the November 4th election. So pretty big deal here in terms of where this judge ruling kind of breaks down. We're going to break it all down for you, give you guys some insights as to why this is now a big deal. Kalshi was the predictive market that was in question here. And of course, this is where the CFTC was coming in and trying to restrict this company from doing business here in the US. Judge came in, said not having that. And now Kalshi has won their case against the CFTC. Another big loss that has pretty much put a framework of where even Polymarket could come stateside now, even though their corporate headquarters are here in the US, but their operations outside the US, now Polymarket would be able to do this. But right now, Kalshi comes out with a tweet right here. We're live. Thank you everyone for the prayers and good energy. They are now available to do the first trade on a regulated election market in nearly a century. A century. So guess what? Senator Warren is going to go down as the senator that was trying to restrict this and lost to what happened with a judge basically coming in and saying not having it. This was the judge, which is Jia Cobb. I want you to see something here. This was a Biden judge in a Democratic area. So we're not talking about, especially with DC, we're not talking about a Republican judge or a Trump-nominated judge. This was a Democratic position judge that basically came in and said, this is not necessarily going to be the way it falls. We broke down a lot of the complaint, and part of it was right here was a 27-page filing report that Judge Cobb put out. And this was interesting because it is in considering the ordinary meaning of the word gaming, the CFTC bypassed dictionary definitions of the term, and which would equate gaming with games in favor of more expansive definitions of gambling, which is not the term used in the statute. And I know this kind of gets confusing. It really boils down into where now you'll be able to bet on all these kind of scenarios, which has never been available here in the United States. So the CFTC borrowed the definition. They applied gaming to the special rule, but the court cannot understand why it did that. They basically said, nope, you can't do that. This is not the applicable scenario. So boom, not going to have it. Further in the document right here on page 21, the act of trading in an event contract, that's where these come in, can never amount to war. And this is, of course, saying that these things aren't going to cause all of these nefarious activities that the CFTC was claiming could be done. And then further in the document, courts only tasked to determine what Congress did, not what it could or should do. And then, of course, she says that Congress did not authorize the CFTC to conduct the public interest review it conducted here. So, man, what a statement there. That was pretty powerful. And then last here on the final conclusion, pretty straightforward. Kalshi, the scenario in place here, congressional control contracts do not involve activity that is unlawful or under any federal or state law, do not involve gaming according to the court. Now they must grant plaintiff's motion for summary judgment, and they deny. So CFTC took a hit, And even after, they still went after trying to slow this down before the election. So maybe it wouldn't have as much impact, but the point is now it is real. And of course, we see that Kalshi is out there. The likelihood of, I think, Polymarket maybe coming stateside could be coming very soon. And with that being the case, there's a couple things happening right here with Matic, Polygon, Polymarket. So if you're following some of the crypto activity, Matic, of course, took a big bump on this, and I think a lot of that was because of this case. You look at also the convergence of the Matic token. We're also starting to see a lot of that happening. And when we start to see liquidity starting to pile in from all these outer layers into the Pol token, that I think is going to change liquidity and probably give us another step up, because we saw a pretty significant bump here on Polygon, Matic, now Pol token. Of course, last up right here, Polygon upgrade. They're talking about the community has upgraded 7 billion in Matic to Pol and 70% of the total supply. Let me know if you guys holding Matic have actually had your tokens converted over to Pol tokens. I'd love to know. Drop some comments down below. This is good news, I think, for the industry, you know, from a predictive market side of things, but even more so for the blockchain side. We'll probably see more of these kind of scenarios that play into bigger arcing narratives of where blockchain innovation is going. So we'll be keeping a track on that for you. And of course, if you guys are not in the Diamond Circle, get in right now. It's a great place to get additional content. Follow me on X at Paul Barron. We'll catch you next time right here on TechPath.